All right. Hello, folks. It is Saints game day. Fortunately, the Saints don't play the 325 today. Not sure why. I guess they want the national audience. I don't know. So far, I'm waiting for all the inactives and stuff to come out. I haven't seen much of the inactives yet. Probably won't see it for a few hours. Last week's game, Davenport injured his toe in the third quarter, continued to play through it. And then on the last play of the game, he injured his toe again. And they ruled him out on Friday. So, who that? Kiwi. Hey, appreciate the sub. I'm trying to get all the Saints fans in here. That Eli Apple video I did about 2 weeks ago, that kind of blew it up because I went from like 110, I think 165 subscriptions in pretty much close to 1 day. That Eli Apple video got me like 1,800 and something views, so that's pretty accomplished there. But yeah, I didn't do a video the last 4 or 5 days. I usually try to do one every 2 or 3 days, but I got really busy with stuff. Yeah. I'm waiting for the inactive list to come out, probably for another hour or two. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, the 2 videos that blew up for me was the Teddy Bridgewater video, but that only got like 175 views, but it got a few people in here. And I think because of the timing, that I heard of the trade, and then like 5 minutes later I jumped on. So of course I had a lot of Ravens and Giants fans telling me crap about Eli Apple. The Giants fans kept telling me Eli Apple's trash. I said, yeah, we got a trash cornerback. His name is goddamn King Crawley. He sucks. And for a better part of last week, P.J. Williams sucked. It's kind of funny. P.J. Williams sucked half that game. Then Stephon Diggs stops running. He gets a pick 6, and P.J. Williams goes from sucky to NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Who knew? But yeah, they said Marcus Davenport's going to be out. They said probably up to a month, but I don't believe that. Who that discussion? I forgot to tell you I was on. But Davenport being out, Trey Henderson, who's been inactive for the last 6 freaking games. I don't know why. Because Trey Henderson, I met him. He's in one of the first 3 videos I did. I think he's in video number 3. If you're looking under the Drew Brees video, that's Trey Henderson's thumbnail. Yeah. I was going to do it last night, but then I waited. I've just been too busy lately. I'm going to go live after the game, too. Pretty much that pick 6 got him there. So, I have more faith in the Saints right now than I did in yesterday's game, and I ain't mentioned yesterday's game. I don't remember what score I said the Saints were going to beat the Rams. I think something like 37-20 or something, or I don't know. I forgot. I said it in the last video. It doesn't really matter, but yeah. Well, Stephon Diggs got hurt. That's what happened. He got hurt on that play. That's what he said. He got hurt on that play, and that's why he stopped. But I didn't see it. But P.J. Williams is basically Brandon Brown a 2.0 in disguise. And, you know what? Hey, Michael, how you doing? I'll tell you this. What happened to LSU? I don't know. I had a funny feeling last night. To be perfectly honest, I didn't watch the game. I didn't listen to it. I just had a feeling. I thought LSU was going to do good. I didn't watch the Georgia game only because I had a feeling for that. I knew we were going to win, and we did. But that's the only 2 games I missed this year. I usually watch every LSU game. But I remember a few years ago, LSU lost 10-0, and I was working that game. I was working, and I listened to the game, but I went on Twitter, and I saw it was 16-0 at halftime, and I just shook my head. I didn't even find out the final score till this morning. That is a goddamn disgrace. 29-0 to get shut out in Tiger Stadium, for Christ's sakes. Good Lord. I don't know. That pretty much just cost the Tigers a national championship, but whatever. That's what it is. Well, I could have watched it. I just had a feeling. I was like, I don't know. I really want LSU to win. I was praying for them to win. I was pulling for them to win, but I just had a feeling that they were going to lay a goose egg, and, well, they did. So, I don't know. There's just no beating Alabama, apparently. Wait until next year. Yeah. But anyway, I'm not worried about it because the Saints aren't going to lay a goose egg. In fact, we beat the Rams in the preseason 28-0. So if anything tells you any logic here, the Saints are going to roll because the Saints haven't been shut out in a football game in 20-plus years. They're closing in on a 49ers all-time record. Like the 49ers from like 1979 to like 2003 or something had like 400-something games where they didn't get shut out. I think the Saints, the last time they got shut out was like 96 or 97, maybe 98. I looked it up one time. It was like 250 games. The Saints have never been shut out in the Drew Brees era. No. Back in the 70s, they used to get shut out all the freaking time. You go look at the schedules back in like 73, 74, you'd have 0, 0, 0, 0 all across the board. I have to do some research. I did it last year. I went back and I looked at all the schedules on Pro Football Reference. I want to say it was 97. The Saints have the second most consecutive games right now in NFL history without having a shutout. They're like 100 and something behind the 49ers because they hold the records like 420 or something over 30-plus years. So Montana started that streak and Jeff Garcia ended that one. But yeah, I have some pretty good confidence in now Tulane won yesterday, so and Tulane beat a 7-1 South Florida. I think it was it South Florida they played? Or Central Florida? I don't know. But Tulane won something like 40, the hell was it? 41-20 or something, 43-20. And they were winning like 37-7 at the end of the 37-14 or something before the third quarter. I forgot they actually played, but yeah, Tulane went to 4-5, so they got a legitimate shot at a bowl game. But yeah, definitely, I have confidence in Trey Henderson to take over the spot, to take over Davenport's spot. I just hope that P.J. Williams doesn't pull first half P.J. Williams, because we can't afford to fuck around against the Rams. I mean, the Rams defense is slightly better than average in some things. They kick ass in others. I saw a stat where they're actually tied for first, like we are, in stopping the run. I've had 2 or 3 people on YouTube today already freaking troll me and tell me that the Saints are going to lose. So McNeese State, I think McNeese State, I post all that stuff on my Twitter. I think, didn't McNeese State lose though? Or did they play? No, did they beat Southeastern? Somebody played, one of the schools played Southeastern last night. Maybe it was McNeese. I'm more closer to the New Orleans area, so Tulane, LSU, UNO, as we know, don't have a football team, so they have some kind of practice league. I don't know. UNO should put a football team together one day. They just don't have the small. But the key to beating the Rams is putting pressure on Goff and stopping Todd Gurley. Because you let Todd Gurley, he's going to get his yards. I would like to see Todd Gurley get 50 yards or less. Todd Gurley's going to get his all-purpose yards. He's going to catch passes out the backfield. Todd Gurley is like a poor man's Alvin Kamara. Yes, I said that. He's a poor man's Alvin Kamara because no one's better than Alvin Kamara. Everybody's saying Todd Gurley's going to be the MVP. That's bullshit because we all know Drew Brees is the MVP. I'm watching, I watched Good Morning Football 4 days in a row. Thank God Kay Adams is a Saints fan because if she wasn't on that show, it would be so biased. Yeah, I lost to the guy who had Todd Gurley on his team a few weeks ago. I'm 4-4 in my fantasy league. I'm in 6th place. I'm 3 games behind the 2 co-leaders. I'm in trouble. Trey Henderson he's going to step up. Trey Henderson, because Cam Jordan came out and said last week, he's the king of double team. Everybody's double teaming him. That's why Davenport's getting open. So, Davenport said he got hurt in the 3rd quarter. He kept playing. He didn't tell anybody. He had to change his stance because they said you push off on your right toe to get momentum. He said he could have played, but I think the Saints are holding him out for precautionary reasons because, as people keep telling me, you need to save him for Newton because Newton's a runner. And, I'm not worried about Scam Newton. Like, I'm worried about the Panthers. That's another thing. Panthers fans keep telling me they sweeping us this year. I said, how did that work last year? How did y'all sweep us last year? I'm pretty sure we swept you and plus warned you. The only way we could have did better than 3-0 is to play them in the preseason and sweep them 4-0. That's the only reason. Panthers fans, we going to beat y'all this year. Y'all think that. They think that shit. I had a Panthers guy troll me yesterday on my regular page. They troll me on my regular page because I make a lot of comments on my regular account. And he's like, Drew Brees is not good at all. And I'm like, really? All right, well, yeah, I know he got hurt on that. I said that. I was watching the game and I said that. I'm like, he was limping. I'm like, I knew because they didn't. I don't think they said anything on the TV, but they said on the radio because Steve Yeller was like, Davenport's limping. He's going to the bench, and I'm like, oh shit, he hurt his foot because it's just the way he went off. But he kept playing. The doctor said he's out for a month, but I don't see that shit. If he's out for a month, then that means he'll still come back for the Panthers game because we play them towards the end of the year. Panthers fan, yeah, just like every freaking year. We beat them every year. We don't sweep them every year, but we beat them. I mean, Scam Newton ain't going to do nothing for long. Well, I was watching Good Morning Football. There's a channel called NFL Yellow that broadcasts all the ESPN stuff. NFL Network. And there were like eight Saints accounts in there. It was me and like Alpha Sports and I'm trying to get them to follow this account, but none of them really wanted to. But they all had Saints logos. And who that, Swedman? And this Panthers fan, he's like, man, this is turning into a Saints chat. I don't know what's going on with these Saints. And for some reason, he started attacking me. And he's like, man, we're going to sweep y'all this year, blah, 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 and shit like that. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, hold on, wait a minute. I said, how many Who-Dats we got in here? Like eight people raised hand. I said, where's your Panther army? Where the hell's your fans? He's like, I don't need an army, man. I speak for my team. I said, good. Here's a message for your team. Fuck off and tell them they're getting swept again. So I'm not going to put up with this shit. I said, if you got a problem, here's my page. And I gave him this address. I said, you can come on here and you can talk shit and I'll let the Saints fans handle your ass. I said, because we got the advantage. We even just lead the season all-time series, I think, against them, or close to it. So I don't see him on here. So it's not. I don't really want all these stupid division rivals on here. But if they do come on here, I know at least we'll take care of business. But yeah, we're gonna beat Scam Newton on the road. We're gonna beat him at home. I want that revenge game against Tampa. And I want Fitzgerald starting so we can once and for all knock their ass out. I don't want Winston in there with this crap. I mean, Winston's a character. I don't think he'll be the quarterback next year because I think he gets paid like $850,000 this year. Next year, his salary jumps from $850,000 to $20.9 million. So I don't think that the Buccaneers are going to invest $20 million in this quarterback. So chances are he's not going to be with the Bucs next year. So this is going to be the last time. If he plays against us, it'll be the last time we get to hit him. You know, barring some kind of miracle. Because they'll release him. Because I read somewhere if Tampa Bay releases him, they get like $12 million in cap space or $13 million in cap space. So no, instead of eating all the W's, he's eating all the L's. He's like, well, if they release him, they gotta pay most of that room. That's gonna put against their cap space. So the best thing to do is trade him. But for the first time in like, I don't know, 6-7 years, we're not really in major cap run. Well, no, he's under contract for next year for $20.9 million. That's what I'm saying. He's only getting $850,000 this year. They backlogged his contract. And then the year after that, I think he's like $22 million. They backlogged him. So, but he's immature. He'll be fine. We better damn well re-sign Teddy Bridgewater. We gave up a third-round draft pick for his, third or fourth-round draft pick. You know, I don't think he's a free agent. I could be wrong. I thought he had an option. Well, I think they got till May to pick up an option. But if they don't pick up his option, he's a free agent. But yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, he goes from nothing to a shitload of money. They really backlogged his contract. He must have had a shitty agent. And here's another thing. Michael Thomas's agent dumped him. Mutual disagreement. And they're saying, oh, Michael Thomas is going to get paid this offseason. I'm like, Michael Thomas is on the contract for 2 more years. They don't have to do shit with him. But in 3 years, he's going to have, I think this will be his 3rd or 4th agent. And I think Schefter was saying, I think it was Schefter was saying that's kind of odd considering he's going to get a long-term extension this year. And I'm like, he's on the contract for another year or so, yeah. But probably what it was is the agents are greedy. He probably wanted 50% in Michael. If you on Michael Thomas's Twitter, he don't take shit from no one. He flat out will tell you. Sometimes Michael Thomas says shit that makes absolutely no sense, and other times he's right on cue. I've been trying to get him to follow me on Twitter forever. He just don't really. I don't think he talks to anybody on Twitter or whatever. But I'd open up the checkbook and say, "Here you go, buddy. How much do you want?" I mean, the man's caught. I think it's. I think I read somewhere it's like 64 out of 71 attempts or something. He dropped 2 passes last week. I mean, even Kamara dropped a pass. I'm kind of concerned about Kamara dropping passes. He usually doesn't. Now, 1 interception was a fluke play from Breeze last week. He was getting rushed. They were blitzing him. He threw it up. Shit happens. It's a baseball catch. I think his streak ended at like 278. I think they said it was, or 272. And Brady's got the record with like 350. I'm not watching any new. I don't watch the NFL except for the Saints. I stopped watching. I haven't. I don't. I used to watch Red Zone, but I got rid of that shit. I don't watch the NFL. I don't watch anything other than the Saints for two reasons. One, Kaepernick's bullshit, and two, Bountygate. Ever since the NFL fucked this, I don't watch it. Except for the Saints, that's it. You know. I don't like I said a couple of years ago when I had my cable, I got rid of my cable. It was too much. I didn't even watch the games then. I would flip it on Red Zone because Red Zone would come on at 12 and it would end at 6. So I would just watch Red Zone the whole time when they scored all the touchdowns. Yeah, I got the NFL blocked on every social media channel. I got a Roger Goodell page, which, you know, whatever. How that fucker got in New Orleans last month, I was beyond me, trying to tell us how to change crime. Oh, it's crazy. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip on 870, listen to the pregame. It comes on, let's see, 325 is when it's always 4 hours before the game. So the pregame should probably come on about 11. Yeah, about 11. They'll have the first take. You know, Seth Dunlap and Steve Court for 2 hours. Then they throw it off to Bobby Hebert and Christian Garrick, who used to be the St. Simon reporter. Now he's not. Steve Geller is. And then usually 15 minutes before the game, they throw it off to whatever. What, the game? It's going to be on Fox. Yeah, not Cox. No. I've never had Sunday ticket. One time a few years ago, about 6-7 years ago, my cable company fucked up, and they did a thing about MLB extra innings. You know, the package for Major League Baseball. They did a free week trial. Well, it was halfway through the season. They forgot to turn it off. So I got the whole freaking half of the season for free. On extra innings. So I got to watch any baseball game I wanted. And they never did charge me for it. They didn't even realize they made that mistake. Because I'm like, holy shit. Because I'm like, let me see. Because if they would have charged me for it, I would have raised hell. But yeah. I was hoping they would have did that for Red Zone, but they never got around to it. When I watch the games, as you know, we got a saying, turn down the sound on your TV and turn up Saints radio. And you can't get the game to sync up because you have to pause the game on a DVR. And if you listen to it on a laptop, it's 2 minutes behind the TV. If you listen to it on a radio, it's about a minute and a half behind the TV. Because I've already had it where it would be halftime on the radio, and they would have a minute and 20 left on the TV, and I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah. Well, you get all the out-of-market games. That's why. Well, except for the Jets and the Giants. But, like I said, I used to keep track of Red Zone. Right? Because Red Zone, anytime there's within a 20-yard line, or if there's a scoring opportunity, they'll show it to you. And 9 out of 10 times, they split screen it where they have 8 boxes. So, you know, a lot of times, I had it because my cable service at the time had it. Because I had the tier package for it, which was NFL Network and Major League Baseball Network. And I had the tier. I had to pay like $20 extra for it, but I got it. It was included in that tier. But I got rid of my cable like 3 years ago because the bill it was astronomical. It went from like $100 to $150. The last bill I paid was like $230. I said, screw this shit. You know, I'm not paying this for an arm and a leg. No. You know, so I had the Red Zone for like 2 or 3 years, and then I liked it because at noon it would come on at 11:30. It would do a half an hour pregame, and then right at noon, it would 3 minutes before the game, it would count down. It would go 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and it would do the countdown. And at 0, the NFL logo would hit, and the dude that hosts it now, he'd go, "Hi, my name is blah 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 blah," But if you go on the NFL YouTube network, they show all the touchdowns from every game. At the end of Red Zone, after all the games are done, they do a montage of all the touchdowns, like the last 10 minutes before Red Zone, because due to NFL rules, they have to sign off at 6 o'clock. They can't go any later than 6 o'clock Central Time because the Sunday night game's starting. So they have to be off by 6. And that was one time where a football game did go past 6, and they had to cut off immediately. The middle of the game. Boop. So, yeah. Hey, Ty, what's going on? Yeah, I've never got Sunday ticket. Well, I never needed it. Like I said, I had Red Zone. Red Zone's pretty cool. But if you go on the NFL YouTube network, you can see what they do. But with Red Zone, like I said, the last 10 or 15 minutes, they would do, like when all the games ended, they would start the touchdown montage. And they would show every touchdown from every game in order, how it happened, from time stamping. And, because I went on the NFL YouTube page for the first time in like 5 years or something, and I just happened to see that they posted. Oh, you can go on NFLRedZone.com or whatever. You can do that. Nope. No. Who that discussion was in the dome for the Redskins game. I live 40 miles from the goddamn Superdome, and I can't go to a game. It's either I don't have the money or I don't have a way there. And if I had the money, I would have to pay for another ticket for someone else. I'd have to pay for parking. Nosebleed seats cost like $80. I put myself on a season ticket list, but that usually takes about 15 years. There were 2 or 3 people that got their season tickets this year, and one lady said she put her name on a list in 1997, and she finally got her name called. Now, the Saints called my name for something one time, but it wasn't season tickets. They were like, blah, 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 because I entered a contest a few years ago, and they said, do you want to sign up for tickets? I was like, screw it, okay. So, but I don't have a way there to go to a game. I've been in the Superdome about 4 or 5 times. My friend does Uber. He came over to my house one night and he checked into his Uber account. He goes, your whole street is pretty much Uber drivers? And I go, what do you mean? Who that? I said, what do you mean? He goes, there's 2 Uber drivers sitting right down the street in their driveway. He goes, there's one right over here. He goes, the next street, there's like 3 of them. I said, good Lord. So, yeah, the pregame's going to come on about 11 o'clock. So I'm going to flip it on 870. Or go on WWL.com. You can do it that way. Is that do we play the Cowboys at home? Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I don't have the schedule in front of me. It's in the front room. I know a few Saints season ticket holders. This one lady I met in an autograph session, I went to with another autograph session, and she would give me the towels that's on the seats. I got like 2 or 3 of them sitting over there, and she's going to mail me a few more, she said. Because the people that sit behind her, oh, okay, Dallas, but the people that are behind her don't really go to the games too much, so she just takes the towels, because they put the towels on every seat, and it's always something different. Beat this one, whatever. Sometimes it's for breast cancer awareness and stuff. One I got's all white. I think it says Beat Atlanta or something on it, but yeah. But the Rams, I call them St. Louis Rams still. I know they're in LA, but oh, that sucks. I think they figure if they don't see a seat, if they don't see anybody sitting in a seat, they'll take it. So I don't know. But I forget what this lady I talked to. She's retired. She's like 65, I think. She I don't know the sex. She's been a season ticket holder for years. And she told me one time if her and her husband, it's her and her husband and somebody else. And she's like, one time if her husband can't go, she'll take me. She told me that like 2 years ago, so I'm still waiting. But you know, it happens, whatever. But I've been in the Superdome when the last year Tulane played in the Superdome. I went to 2 games there. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fuck LA, fuck LA. What do you mean as far as crime? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, like, you know. There you go. I like that prediction. They put my ex-boss, she does the vending at the game. And she told me they put the towels on the seats like the night before. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she told me. Because she saw him do it one time. Well, I'll give you this piece of advice. Don't go to the French Quarter at night. There's a lot of gunplay there. I tripped over a homeless person one time. And I'm like, dude, what are you sleeping on the freaking sidewalk for? He had his case wide open with money in there. If I was a real asshole, I could have took all his money and ran. But, oh yeah, they had a shooting in the French Quarter a few weeks ago. Somebody got killed. You go in the French Quarter, there's cameras everywhere. Seriously, there's like 5 million cameras. Because people are fucking stupid. They're drunk. As you know, it's legal to drink in the French Quarter. You can go. French Quarter is like the only place in the world you can actually go out and drink on the streets, and they don't give a shit. You know. Yeah, don't go to the French Quarter at night. You know, because chances are somebody's gonna be out there drunk and shooting. It happens. You know, it used to never be that way, but yeah, it fucking. Even the homeless people, they were interviewing a homeless guy. He's like, man, it's never been this bad. He's like, I'm gonna have to move down the street. I'm like, yeah, you do that. You know. He's like, I'll fear for my life. Well, yeah, I would too if I'm, you know. Sober people make stupid decisions sometimes also. So, you know. Like I said, a few weeks ago, they caught this guy. And the thing is, these people know because they got cameras everywhere. 10, 15 years ago, they didn't have the shit. They put like a camera on there's like 5 cameras on every pole. And there's like cameras on the rooftops now. There's cameras from every angle. So you can see people from like blocks away. And, you know. Oh, yeah, my friend works at Emerald's on Chapatulas. And he's met Emerald Lagasse quite a few times. Emerald Lagasse's a diehard fan. He goes to like every game almost. He used to do a commercial during the Saints pregame. He don't anymore. But he always texts before the game who dat. He's got his young kids. I think he's got like a teenage son and a young daughter, and he always has them dressed up in Saints gear. Yeah, he said that 12 years ago in his press conference. He said he was going to feed Drew Brees for life. To this day, he's never given Drew Brees one goddamn dinner. So if I ever ran into Emerald, I told my friend to ask him this question. Why won't he feed Drew Brees? Come on. Drew Brees said in his press conference, hey, I'm still waiting on that, you know. I don't know. They changed a lot of the laws in Louisiana recently. I don't know about a 60-day whatever. Yeah, I've never eaten at Tasties. There's a few. I've been in. Okay, I live. All right, let's see. About 35, 40 minutes away from New Orleans. I've eaten in the French Quarter once in my lifetime, believe it or not. I've been in the French Quarter probably 30, 40 times. I generally go to the French Quarter once, maybe twice a year. So it's not like I go there all the time. One year I went there like 8 times. I don't really drink. However, I went to the oh shit, what's the name of it? What's the Bourbon Isle? Whatever. It's Hand Grenade. You know what I'm talking about. Tropical Isle, I think it's called Hand Grenade. And I was with people, not friends. I was with family and friends, whatever. And they know I don't drink, but they said, hey, they wanted to buy me drinks. Okay, fine. I got the things in my living room. What, 2 to get drunk? You want to know how many they bought me and I still was standing? Everybody else was on their ass? I must have drunk 6, 7 of them fucking things. But you see, I got a gut. And plus, I ate a lot of food before. But I'm not much of a drinker. I don't like to drink. It's just they thought it was funny to get me drunk in the quarter. Haha, well, I didn't. So I don't drink a whole lot. In fact, I've never been drunk in my life. So I've never had a hangover. So that'll tell you something. I just don't drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't. I tried it when I was 21. I just don't like it. Every once in a while I'll drink a beer. I don't like the taste of beer either. I just don't have a taste for alcohol. I drank a strawberry daiquiri once or twice. One time I went to a casino, I drank a White Russian, but that's about it. I'm not really, That's what I'm saying. I live close enough, I go to the quarter twice a year. I know perfectly well to stay the hell away from the quarter when it's Mardi Gras season. I know damn well. There's no way in hell I'm going on a quarter in there. No way. They grease up the poles. Everybody's jumping the poles and shit. I mean, it's good if you want to see some boobs and stuff, but hey, of course I do, but, you get these drunk assholes from all these other places in the U.S. and around the world, and they come in thinking, okay, well, we can do whatever we want in New Orleans. Shit, I grew up near rallies. The rallies out here closed about 10 years ago. There's no rallies out here. I used to go there every time. I grew up in Chalmette, okay? I used to walk about 2 or 3 miles every so often with my friend. We go to the rallies on not Judge Perez. We go to the rallies. We go to the rallies out on fuck's the name? No, it wasn't Judge. Wait, was it? Yeah, it was Judge Perez, I believe. Yeah, we go on the rallies out there, and it was in the front. They had like a neighborhood in the back and stuff like that. And my friend's girlfriend at the time was living in that neighborhood, so we'd walk about 3 miles, just walk halfway through the parish. Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't been down there to St. Bernard in about 3 or 4 years. I've only been down there maybe twice since Katrina. I just, my grandparents lost everything, as you know. I got like an uncle that lives out there, but I don't talk to him. Oh, yeah. Last time I went to Chalmette was about 3 years ago, and we went to the battlefield because I used to go to the battlefield all the time. And my friend wanted to see the cemetery, so we walked that. And all right, the Beauregard House. You know that the where you walk at, and they got the road, and if you keep going, it leads you to the refinery. Okay, well, we were walking down the levee, and we walking, and I was like, and they had this truck that kept circling. Yeah, ESPN Sunday countdowns in New Orleans. They're doing a show right now, probably. No, they couldn't flex it because of Fox protected the game. Each channel gets to protect one game every week. So the Saints protected it, so they couldn't flex it. So, yeah. But we were walking down that street. I mean, not the street, that road. And they got this guy in a truck with flashing lights, and he's just driving around. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's driving around that side street right where the cemetery is, riding down that way, riding around. And I'm like, so I stopped for a minute, and I'm like, what is this dude? We keep walking. And if you keep walking down this road, it leads you right in the back of the refinery, like literally. So I told my friend, I said, let's keep walking. So what's the worst they can do? Shoot us? So this guy gets out the truck, and he's smoking a cigarette. He didn't pay attention. So my friend's scared shitless. He's standing there. I'm still walking. And there you go. Hey, tell all you Saints fans to sub us. Go into the Superdome. Hey, get about 5 million people to sub us, That'd be awesome. But we walked all the way down to the refinery. They didn't do shit. Okay, who that discussion? Appreciate you. If we're losing at halftime, which hopefully we're not, I'll do a halftime video, because the 2 times we were trailing at halftime, I made a video and we won. So I got to keep that streak alive. Yeah, NFL Network keeps talking about Brady's and Rodgers, the best 2 quarterbacks. I'm like, Breeze could have 500,000 yards passing and 17 Super Bowls, and they'd still say, well, he's only 6 foot. Well, fuck, I'm 5'10". I'm almost as old as Breeze. Shit, I'm not throwing a football. Breeze has only got 13 months on my ass. That I even told him when I met him. I said, we're about the same age, and he laughs. Of course, I got more hair. And I don't have the birthmark or whatever, but yeah. But that was the last time. Last time, like I said, last time we walked all the way that thing. I walked all the way to the freaking refinery and back. Ain't no I said shit. Yeah, kills oxygen. That's what happened to hats. Kill oxygen. I'm starting to lose a little bit. Well, not too much, but I wear my hat a lot. So yeah, it kills oxygen. That's what it does. Look at Cal Ripken Jr. When Cal Ripken Jr. freaking played baseball, he had a full head of hair, and now he's freaking been bald. Well, Terry Bradshaw doesn't. He knows better than to say shit about. He's from Louisiana. He knows better than to say shit about. I don't know how the hell he did. What's his name? The UFC fighter called it out on Thursday night football. Daniel Cormier, I think his name is. He's a diehard Saints fan. He said, I guarantee you Breeze is going to win this and that. And they were saying, are you going to regain your title? He's like, I'm going to keep my title. And he did. He kept his title. Well, yeah. There's always a shitload of people on Bourbon Street. It's 10:30 in the morning. They already loaded. I guarantee you they loaded off their ass. The game don't even start to 3:25. And I'm still pissed about that. It shouldn't be 3:25. Yeah, I didn't even watch the LSU game. I just had a feeling. Didn't watch it. Didn't even know what the score was till I woke up this morning. Had a feeling in the back of my head. I was like, well, I saw on Twitter where the score was 16-0 at half, and I said, nope. Didn't expect them to get shut out again. Seems like every year we play Alabama, we get shut out. I don't know why. A few years ago, it was 10-0. Now it's 29. This is an embarrassment. Next year, we got to play them in Tuscaloosa, for Christ's sakes. It's gonna get. I don't know what the hell we got to do to beat Bama. But SEC fucked us over when they benched Devin White for no freaking reason. He missed the first half. I don't know if that would have made a difference or not. Probably not. But you never know. It could have. Like I said, I didn't see the game. I didn't see one play of the game, and I'm not going to watch it either because Why? It's not worth my time. I didn't even listen to it on the radio. I was just like, you know what? I was watching some coin streamers on YouTube like I usually do. And now I can call plays. I'll be like, all right, this is what y'all do. Anybody can beat the Raiders. I think the Browns can beat the Raiders at this point. Well, it's a 3:25 kickoff, so they have to turn it on at 3:25 regardless. They have to. I don't know how the hell Alabama won't win it. Shit. You know how the Patriots have a deal with the NFL like this where they cheat? That's how Nick Saban and Alabama is with the NCAA. Alabama could lose the rest of their games, and the NCAA will crown them champions. Just watch. They've been number one all year. Who the hell's going to beat them? LSU was the best shot at beating them, and we got our ass kicked again. So, I mean, I hate to say this, but shit, let's bring Les Miles back for Christ's sakes. At least he beat them sometimes. Saints are going to roll. We're not going to put up with that shit, okay? We're going to sack Goff like 8 times. Gurley ain't getting in the end zone. The key is Gurley. If you stop Gurley, you stop the Rams' offense. If you let Gurley go, all hell breaks loose. I mean, I'm not worried about what's his name they got from the Jaguars. I'm not worried about Aaron Donald. I'm certainly not worried about Ndamukong Suh. That dude's always sucked ass. The Saints tried to get him, and he starts laughing. He goes, "I'm not signing with the Saints." I'm like, well, we don't need you anyway, you fat fuck. I mean, what the hell has he done? Well, the Rams traded for that guy Fowler from Jacksonville. I don't know. The Rams can get Jesus, Buddha, and every freaking religious figure out there. They can get leprechauns, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. They can get whoever the hell they want on that damn team. The Rams are not beating the Saints. Period. They're not doing it. No, I know he did, but it was a bullshit call because he didn't target. He didn't even touch the guy. He didn't do shit to the quarterback. SEC screwed us. I said that last week. I'm like, how the hell is that targeting? Our goddamn governor said that wasn't targeting. James Carville went on an apeshit rampage about that. Like, how in the hell is that targeting? It's not. And they were like, oh, he was a defensive player after he threw the ball. He didn't do shit to him. It's fucking bullshit. It is what it is. I mean, I don't even remember who the hell LSU plays next week. I don't really care at this point. I'm just focusing on the Saints. Because right now the Saints got the better record, technically. Well, LSU's 7-2 now, but that loss pretty much put them out of any miracle shot to make the bowl championship playoffs. So, it's sad that 2 losses eliminate you. They should make it top 8, but they don't. If you have a top 25 poll for the playoff, put 26 teams in there and let them fight to the death. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying Chiefs Saints or Saints Chargers or Saints Patriots. I don't care who the hell we play. Personally, I want to play Tom Brady and beat him and hope Brady retires with shit on his face. That'd be the perfect ending. This guy was in a chat, in a Good Morning Football chat with us, and he's like, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. And I sat there for a minute, and I'm like, well, he's got 5 rings. I said, no. Let me correct you. Let me correct you on something. Tom Brady has 2 rings. And let me explain why he's got 2 rings. Because Tuck Rule, Spygate, and Deflategate. That's 3 Super Bowls right there. The NFL gave him 3 Super Bowls. So technically, they cheated, yeah. Tom Brady's a system quarterback, just like Joe Montana was the West Coast system quarterback. Yeah, they keep praising Aaron Rodgers like Aaron Rodgers is God. Aaron Rodgers is a bum knee. He gets hurt all the time. And they're gonna say Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, the two greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. And I gotta laugh at that. You know, it's a team sport. Period. You know, we can't help it that Drew Brees had a shitty defense for 3 years. I mean, Bradshaw only had 212 touchdowns, 210 interceptions. Bradshaw was a good quarterback. However, Bradshaw had a good offense and a good defense. You know, that's what I say about Archie Manning's case. Okay? If y'all follow Deuce Windham about a month or two ago, he made a video where he said Aaron Brooks was better than Archie Manning. And I called bullshit on that, and I made my own video. He goes, well, I watched the video. I'm like, dude, two different errors, and Aaron Brooks actually had a defense and sort of an offense around him. Archie Manning had nothing. Archie Manning had to run for his life all the time. He had no offense, shitty defense. You put Archie Manning on the Steelers, he would have won 4 Super. No. Brooks is not better than Archie Manning, period. No way in hell. Aaron Brooks used to drive me and say, see, I don't even mention his name. This is probably the second time I've mentioned his name this year. I don't mention that guy's name. I hate Aaron Brooks so much. He's the only quarterback I know. Hey, who that, Nick? Who that? I hope you sub us, who that, Nick. I try to sub everybody on here. I usually do, but I don't know what the hell he's doing. He fell in a black hole for all I care. Aaron Brooks is the only quarterback I know who will sit there, throw a backwards pass, and start laughing. Who the hell does that? That's what pissed me off right there. You know. I got a bunch of old newspapers from when I grew up from like the 90s and stuff. And I was cleaning out my garage, and I have the paper. And I'm going to get Bobby Hebert to sign this one day. I've met Bobby Hebert like 5 times. I've got him to sign stuff. I hate the Falcons so much. However, I have the actual newspaper where it was like 93, 94. The day he signed with Atlanta, the actual newspaper, the New Orleans Times-Picayune newspaper, where he's in a Falcons jersey. Okay? So I told him about this one other time. And I have it. I put it in my box, so it's over there somewhere. And I didn't even realize I had it. Because when Bobby Hebert signed with the Falcons, I ripped up all his cards. I think I was like 13, 14. There's only 2 people I did that with. When Morton Anderson signed with the Falcons, I ripped up his card. Same thing with Hebert. Because they were my 2 favorite players, and whatever. I don't know. We can't have. It's kind of funny. PJ Williams gets shit on the entire first half. Then he gets the pick 6, and he goes from hero to GOAT, and he gets the because of that. Because Stephon Diggs stopped running because he said he got hurt on that play, but I don't see what the fuck he got hurt. Cousins throws the pick 6 to him, and he becomes a defensive player of the week. So I guess that gives hope to Crawley, right? He pretty much just told Crawley, hey, man, you can suck the first half of the week and get a pick 6, and you can be awesome too. Only problem is Crawley's not getting his ass on the field because all Crawley knows how to do is play the outside. He doesn't know how to slot, and that's Eli Apple's position. So I'm praying that Crawley will never step foot on the field again this year, period. But we'll see. I don't know. All I know is Apple's been doing good. So, let me check if they released the inactive list yet, because I don't think they did. They usually do that a couple hours before the game. AJ Green from the Bengals has a swollen toe, and he may miss next week's game when we play the Bengals. So all the stars are lining up here. They're all getting injured at just the right time. All the breaks are happening. Okay, the inactive list ain't going to come out for a while. I don't think it's going to come out for a few hours. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it. Shit. Looks like Cooper Kupp's going to play, though. It's not really too good, I guess. I don't know. Goff ain't going to have a chance to throw the ball. The Rams, I pray to God Crawley don't play. If Eli starts, Crawley, like I said, Crawley doesn't know how to play the slot. Crawley only plays the outside. That's Eli Apple's slot. That's why he's, inactive last week. He better. My fantasy team is basically all Saints. So, with Breeze only throwing for 120 yards last week, I lost by 40 points because the guy I played had every number one person you can think of. He had Tom Brady, he had Antonio Brown, he had James Conner. I just lost from the beginning. Okafor should have a good game too. My fantasy, I have Brandon Cooks on my team, but I have a rule. I don't start the opponent on my fantasy team. I also don't draft or pick up players from our division that's not the Saints. However, I picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick because I didn't want someone else was trying to claim him. So, yeah. No, I'm already up 16.8 to nothing. And the guy that I'm playing this week, he was an auto pick. He's got 4 people on bye this week. So there's no reason why I should lose this game. None at all. Exactly. But my lineup this week, I only changed out Cooks. Drew Brees, Aaron Kamara, Ingram, Michael Thomas. That's your top 4. Snead's the wide receiver, number 2 receiver. George Kittle's tight end. He got 16.8 on me. I also subbed out McCoy for Chris Ivory. I don't really expect Ivory to do much of shit. But then again, McCoy ain't done much of shit either. So I kind of mix it up on the defense because I go from week to week. Last week I had the Cardinals. I got rid of them. So I have the Ravens on my backup, but the Bears are starting. And I also have 2 kickers. I drafted Gostkowski from the Pats. I lost a bit on Lutz, but then this guy gave up Lutz, so I picked him up. So I alternate there. I picked up Eric Ebron, but he's on a bye this week. So my bench right now is Cooks, Gostkowski, Ravens defense, McCoy, Benjamin Watson, who I didn't have last week, who I should have, and Eric Ebron and Fitzpatrick. I only picked up Fitzpatrick because I didn't want the best guy to pick him up. That was the only reason. So, yes, they pretty much are the same guy. So, Goff, I think it's Eli Apple's turn to get a pick 6. I think it is. And I have to thank Eli Apple for the Saints trade because when I made that Eli Apple video a few weeks ago, it blew up. Everybody started coming on here. I got 1,800 views on it. It's pretty awesome. Most quarterbacks are system. Sean Payton built this offense around Drew Brees and said, what do you want to do? When Drew Brees leaves, he's going to have to change the entire offense around Teddy Bridgewater or Taysom Hill because those players can't do what Brees did. So you tend to build your team around how your quarterback is. JGP, I'm ready to kick the Rams' ass. And I'm double pissed off, especially after somebody laid a goose egg last night. So I'm twice as much pissed off. Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy plays a variation of the West Coast, as most of them do. So, yeah. My friend put Jaquan Smith on his roster. I'm like, I don't know. Well, when Breeze threw the record to him, I was praying that he would have thrown it to Thomas because I would have had a lot of fantasy points. I still won that fantasy week, but I'm 4-4. I'm in 6th place. I'm 3 games out of my division with 5 games left, so it's gonna take a miracle. They said Davenport could miss up to a month. I think he can play, but they don't want him to. They're going to save him up to get around a playoff chase, which I don't blame him. I think they're saving him to where he comes back against Carolina. Because we played Carolina twice in the last 3 weeks, I believe. Trey Henderson's hell. He's good. I made a video of Trey Henderson at Saints camp, and he's a cool guy. He's the first person to sign my notebook. That's what I said. Do what Ronnie Lott did. Cut off your goddamn pinky finger. Get the fuck in there. Let's go. Shit. In a playoff game, they told Ronnie Lott he'd missed the game with a broken finger. He said, fuck it, cut it off. And he got this much of his pinky finger amputated. He said, fuck it, I'm going back in there. They won't do that shit nowadays. He told the 49ers staff, cut the fucking pinky finger off. I don't need it. So they cut it off. I mean, I don't know if I get anything of Monaco. I mean, a few years ago, when the Saints played the Cardinals, and that guy made a tackle, and his whole middle finger fell off. I posted pictures of that. I think it was his middle finger. It fell off completely. And I'm like, you know how much force you have to break the bones and the skin to have your finger fall off? I mean, I don't know. Oh, he got it caught in a helmet or something. And I posted pictures of that on my and they found it. Somebody found it, threw it in the trash, and they had to go dig through the trash to find that guy's finger. Unfortunately, I don't think they could sew it back up because it was off for so long. So I think they gave him like a prosthetic finger or something. I don't know, but well, they said the reason because that right toe. They need it that's how you push off to get your momentum. So that they were saying if it would have been any other toe than the big toe, it wouldn't have bothered him. But it's the big toe, and the big toe fucking hurts. Yeah, that's how you get your push off momentum. So yeah, definitely. It's crazy. Whoop. It may be, I don't know. It may be turf toe. They never came out and said if it was turf toe or not. But chances are, yeah. I don't know. The pregame's coming on in 8 minutes. Because I believe it comes on at 11. Because it's usually 4 hours before, so it's probably 11. So I'll definitely listen to the pregame. I'll always listen to the 4 hours. I always listen to that crap. Plus, I gotta do stuff on my computer and all this other jazz stuff too. I gotta find my blender also so I could drink this damn celery. I ate some celery last night. It's not the best thing in the world to eat. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I don't know. Dipped it in ranch dressing and ate it. Screw it. Hate ranch dressing, but the only thing in the house to coat it with. So, they better go off because they're both on my fantasy team. I mean, like I said, my fantasy opponent's he's actually got 3 people on bye. And I don't think he'll change it. At the store. I don't know. I went to the store yesterday. I'm trying to lose weight. And I read up where celery it's 10 calories. And it helps you lose weight and promotes sleep and all shit. So they said if you put it in a blender and drink it, it's mix it with lemon. It's supposed to help your immune system and cleanse you out toxins and shit. And I got to get in shape, So I figured, why not? Screw it. I just didn't think celery would taste that bad. So I spent $1.58 plus tax on this damn celery, so it better work. But I gotta find my blender so I could blend everything. I don't know where it disappeared to. But they said the Rams is tied for number 1 with the Saints. They said that on the other day. Because they had a thing that said run defense, first. And I said, how the fuck can the Rams be first if we're first? And they somehow have the exact same number. So, but it wasn't like that last week because the Vikings burned a few, and you know what's it? Yeah, Patrick Robinson can come back after week 14, I think, or 15. It's 6 weeks plus 2. In other words, he can come back. He's got to miss 6 games. And then for 2 games, he can practice only. And then after the 2 practice games, then he can come back. So I think it's like week 14, 15. But they have to activate him because they can only activate 2. And obviously the 2 you're going to activate would be Robinson and Ted Ginn. I mean, who else you're going to activate, right? But I think there's a certain time you got to activate. Why? Why the hell you want... Kenny Vaccaro did little to nothing. I don't know what the hell he's doing with... I don't know what he's doing with Tennessee. But yeah, Kirk Coleman sucks. Really? All right, well, NFL Network's really fucked up then because they were saying Rams are tied for first, and I don't know this shit. Messed up. Kenny Vaccaro had like 2 interceptions. He didn't do shit for us. I wasn't really surprised that he disappeared. Nobody picked up him. Maybe. Yeah, Davis is Vilma Part 2. Because you think about it, they both came from the Jets. They both do social causes. You know, Davis and Watson actually got the Louisiana state law overturned where ex-felons can vote now. So, you know. Well, the Pro Bowl used to mean something, but now it don't mean shit because you can't play in the Pro Bowl if you're in the Super Bowl. It used to be you play in the Super Bowl and next week in the Pro Bowl. You don't do that anymore. You know, it's bullshit. They ought to let these players play in the Pro Bowl. But, you know, I think we had like 8 players last year, plus the coach and coaching staff. So I'm not too worried about it. Vilma was the captain of our defense. He gets all the credit in my book. I went in the Saints facility at one time in the back. Unfortunately, it was the time when Will Smith passed away, and they had his funeral. It was supposed to be an open funeral, but you know, they had all this stuff set up in his locker from Ohio State, and they had all the stuff, and they had the Super Bowl banner in the indoor facility, and they had it darkened, and they had Will Smith's name highlighted, or they had a light behind it, and they had it lit up in white. Yeah, who knew Sharper would do what he did? You never know, right? You never know how these people think. I mean, who thought Bill Cosby would molest 50-something women? Who knew? You know, shit happens. You don't know these people. You know, but I got they told people not to take footage of the casket. It was closed. They were going to open it, but it was closed casket. It was far away from us. It was like, you know, right there. They were telling people don't take footage, this and that. I got a guy on the side of me who was like, "Hey man, can you move? I need to get a shot." I'm like, dude, the woman just said no flash photography. You're going to sit here and flash photography. I mean, they said you can take pictures of like, my friend was taking pictures of the, you know, they had his Saints locker there. They had his Ohio State locker, all the Will Smith stuff, you know, that was in the Saints indoor facility. They said you could take pictures of that. The one thing they said is don't take photos of his casket. Everybody was shooting his damn casket. It was supposed to be an open casket. Thank God they closed it. But, I don't know how tall Will Smith was, but that casket was really tiny. So, and I told somebody that later on. I think I told my grandpa something like that, and he goes, "Well, for them tall people, they cut their legs off, right?" And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. So, I don't know. I said it in the last video, but I forgot what I said. I think I said like 37-20 or 37-21. I don't know. Very rarely do I actually hit upon the exact score, but I did it twice last year. It was a miracle. But I don't care if the Saints win 2-0. As long as we get a win. Both teams are averaging over 30 points a game. I don't think it's going to be 24-17. I don't know about that. I don't know. I hope it is. I hope we do win. I'll take 48-13 if the Saints are winning. Damn right. I'm going to say Saints 193, the Rams -2. With a positive negative difference, margin of error of -2. So I think we beat the Rams in the preseason 28-0. So let's beat them 28-0 in the regular season, right? I mean, we didn't show that many good plays in the preseason because we knew we had to play them again. And the ironic thing is, in the preseason, you can pick who you want to play. So we picked the team we knew we were going to play. 32-27 sounds pretty realistic. I mean, he better damn well blitz. I don't know. He needs to do something because they're just going to throw it to freaking Gurley. They're going to hand it off because he's so good at the play action. Because everybody knows you're going to hand it off to Gurley. Well, if you pull play action, then you're going to leave Goff wide open. He's going to throw it deep down the field. And you know damn well they're going to target P.J. Williams. And if Crawley's in there, they're going to target his ass. And they're still getting used to Apple. I don't know if the Giants played the Rams this year or not. I don't think they did. But they're probably going to go after that one. You done changed your score 6 times. Oh, I don't care. Then again, I forget what I said. But 2-0. They get a safety on the last play of the game. Why not? Goff fumbles the ball on the 1 yard line when he goes to nail it for the game to go into overtime and fumbles the football in the end zone. Wouldn't that be a funny ending? And we're going to overtime. Holy shit, he fumbles a football. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. The pregame's actually on right now, I believe. I can't flip it on now. I don't want to pull copyright. Because the NFL would love nothing better than to pull copyright on my ass. Because that's all they do is pull copyright on people. And I don't want to start now getting copyright. Besides, anything I miss, I can flip on WWL anyway. 870. I could, because they usually show it again. The Saints 3,243. The Rams -1,206. Sure, why not? Well, the Saints have won the last 15 games when having the ball more than 30 minutes in a game. Because they did it against the Ravens and they did it against the Vikings. Bobby Abel said there was a stat. It was 66-7. I think it was something like 66-7 when we have more than 2 turnovers in the game, or something like that. It's some crazy stat. I tend to write these down, but I forget a lot of them too, so that's why I write them down. I don't know. Seems pretty windy over here right now. Like I said, I don't care if the Saints win 2-0. The win's a win. But don't worry. You're going to have these ass clowns like Max Kellerman and Shannon Sharp and these other fuckers will be like, well, the Saints won, but they didn't really blow the team out. They didn't really show us anything, because, we picked them to win, obviously. And It's windy right now, but it's not bad. It looks pretty bright outside, but I'm not going outside right now. But it's been raining lately. Last couple 2-3 days ago, it stormed because I had that tropical depression in the Gulf, and it just. So yesterday it was like 55 degrees down here. So holy shit! I went walking yesterday morning. It was cold as hell. I didn't wear my jacket because I don't wear jackets until it hits 32 and below. Okay, I don't believe in jackets. I mean, I got one. It's basically Saints colors, but it's not a Saints jacket. But what the hell am I going to wear it for? Shoo-hoo. Good Lord. Yeah, them snakes are coming inside because they're for warm weather. Yep. Well, this is the garage right here. This wall. Somehow these damn roaches get in my room. The other night I was doing a stream on my regular channel, and I got up and I said, I'm going to get something to drink. I turned around and it was a roach about that fucking big. Luckily, it was dead because I spray my room like religiously. There's boric acid all over the floor and the corners. So luckily, I don't see them as much. I hadn't seen anything like that. I haven't seen a roach in my room in like a year. So that was the first one I've had, but it was a big one. Me? Well, right. Okay. Wait, where am I at? Look at that back wall. On the other side of the wall, there's a garden. And there's about this much gap around all the walls in my room. I got to caulk it one of these days because they must be getting in through there. And there's a hole on my door about that freaking big. Sometimes they get through there. I taped it up. But there's a space in my garage they get through. And on the other side of this wall, there's a cabinet. And under the cabinet, there's a little space. And I've seen them come through there. But I don't get them in my room a whole lot. Good Lord. I've seen flying squirrels. I've seen them. I seen one. I get a whole family of squirrels in my backyard. They chewed up my yard to where I don't even go in my backyard anymore because if you go in there, there's like potholes everywhere. And it's been filled several times. It's just the squirrels and the birds, especially after we cut the grass, they just like, I don't have a mullet. No, I don't have a mullet. That's just my hair being messy. My hair sticks up. I have like the cog. I don't know what it is. Fuck it. I just got my hair cut like 2 months ago. It's not even that long. But I don't believe in mullets. I let everything grow out. I have a rule. I get 2 haircuts a year because it's $15. Every time I go to Supercuts, they raise the price. I think it was like $16.95 this time. I said, good Lord. So next time I come in here, it might be $20. You gotta sit there and wait. You gotta wait, and you gotta wait, and you gotta wait. I went there as soon as the place opened at 9 o'clock. They had 5 people in line, and they only had two people cutting hair. I've never done that before. I'm getting these bumps on my head, which I think are pilar cysts because I watch certain things. But anytime you hit your head in the past, you get these bumps. Well, I think I'm getting like a pilar cyst. If you ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper, you know what that is. Because I got 2 bumps on my head and they're about like yay big. They're like knots. So I'm thinking that's what they are. So one day I'm going to get them cut out. They squeeze that shit out and then whatever. Because I read up it's like at trauma. And several times I've hit my head on stuff. Like just, anybody does. Yeah, I don't get why. They're just, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I don't fool with all that crap. Never did. There's a difference. They both get screwed in. I don't know. Supercuts always wants too much money. I switch it up between that and Fantastic Sam's. Breeze always said he was going to play till he's 45, but then in an interview a few weeks ago, he goes, I probably can't. Well, That's when you use the plan B, so you don't have to do that. Or you rap Mr. Winky. You know, I'm not paying. Yeah, it's too much bullshit. Why am I gonna pay $20 for a haircut? That's why I told a lady, I said I get 2 haircuts a year. She looks at me like, "You're supposed to get a haircut every 3 weeks." I said, I said, "You're funny. I'm gonna pay you $17 every 3 weeks. You out of your mind?" There are people. I'm serious. Every time I go in there are old guys, and they're practically bald, and they have like the little tiny hair right here, and they go in there and they sit down. It's like click, 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 click. 2 minutes later, okay, and I'm like, "You don't have any fucking hair. What are you doing in the haircutting place?" You know, my brother used to do that. He used to cut his hair. He used to go, I don't have all that tools. Plus, I don't trust myself cutting. Nah. I shave myself all the time. I just use the old standard razor. I have a mole right here, so every time I cut, it goes splits down the side. It's like a Drew Brees birthmark, but it's not a birthmark. It's a mole. It happens to be right on my damn chin. So it bleeds like crazy. See, all this gray used to be red at one time, and people would always think I was bleeding. And I'm like, no, I'm never bleeding, because I don't have my hair. There's like a little streak of red, but you can't see it anymore. But it's like maybe on my mustache you could sort of see it. But all of this was red, like bright, bright, bright red. And there's really not many people I know is red, whatever. But of course, this was the first thing to turn gray, obviously, and then some of it here is gray, whatever. But a lot of pot. Don't smoke. I didn't get that much sleep last night, so I'm really sleepy. I don't smoke and I don't drink. Never smoked pot in my life. Honest to God. Don't even know what pot smells like. And I've been around it lots of times, and I still couldn't tell you what it smells like. Go in my friend's house. Smokes pot all the time. Didn't know he smoked pot. Don't know what it smells like. So, nah, I don't fool with that kind of shit. I made 2 choices, not to drink and not to smoke. But unfortunately, whatever. So, it's something for that, whatever. So, no, not really. What the hell is damn YouTube screwing me up? What is that doing? I don't know. YouTube likes to hide messages sometimes. So, I don't know. It's I can understand it. Drinking's a pain in the ass. So I just chose not. I turned 18. I said I'm not drinking, not smoking. Didn't want to. Had no interest in it. I don't like liquor. Yeah, I saw that earlier. He has a during the bye week, his toe swole to like 3 times the size. They said it's day to day, week to week. So I don't see him playing next week when we play the Bengals. So, like I said, all the stars are coming around. They're aligning. If I said I was 25, would you believe me? So, no. El Rongo. This girl I talked to says, "Oh, you look like you're 30." So, would you stop asking them damn questions? This one I'm removing that comment because I don't want this. I don't talk about that shit. I'm not fit. Definitely not 50. 50. No, Saints turned 52. So, yeah. What is this? Guess my age day? You win a prize, and I'm almost as old as Drew Brees. Okay, we'll call it at that. Drew Brees has 13 months on me. Yeah, I'm 38. No big deal. I don't care. Drew Brees is 13 months older than me. I told him that when I met him. I said, we're almost the same age. And he starts laughing. I said, the only difference between me and you is you got a shitload of money and I'm broke as hell. Yep, I'm 23. How'd you guess it? How'd you know? Holy crap. Back in the day. Who that say? No, it's just certain people watch this stream and I don't want to deal with the shit. I just want to keep this stream saints. I keep saying that all the time, but then other people ask me stuff and it's kind of my regular stream, I don't care. Didn't watch the LSU game, didn't listen to it on the radio, didn't bother with it because I kind of figured they would drop a goose egg and they did. So, you know, good genetics. Shit, I feel like I'm 75. Yeah, when I was in high school, Swegman's was open. Swegman's on Judge Perez. 1997. Last year I was in high school. I didn't live too far from the school, so I walk across from Judge Perez, where the McDonald's was, walk across the street, go through the big Schwegman's building, you know, the what you call it, and you know, those were the days. I think the Schwegman's down there is like a Dollar General or something now. The one that's out here that used to be a Schwegman's is a Pets. It's a PetSmart and it's a hunting place. They sell. You know, I tried to get a job there one time and they looked at me like I was a dumbass. I was like, "Oh, so you hire a lot of women who know nothing about rifles, but you don't want to hire somebody who actually knows about it." Okay. Walmart, good Lord. That place, 4 years of hell. I tell people, never work for Walmart. Because if you do, they own your soul. We can beat the Rams 25 times in a row, and they'd still rank as third. I mean, how the hell are we fourth in the power rankings? How the hell are the Patriots ahead of the goddamn Saints? I can understand the Chiefs and the Rams, but how in the hell are the Patriots ranked ahead of us? Trucking's always good, I guess. I don't know. I'm calling it right now. Trey Hendrickson gets 5 sacks. Boom! Tom Brady sucks ass. In fact, he sucks so much ass that Bill Belichick wanted to cut him or trade him and keep Jimmy Garoppolo, but Robert Kraft, the owner, said, nope, I want Tom Brady here. So, you know, that's what happened there. So, Colin Cowherd did a complete 180, 360, whatever the fuck it is. Colin Cowherd, for years, shit on the Saints religiously. Drew Brees is bad. This is bad. That's bad. All of a sudden this year, he's like, I don't get why people are hating on Drew Brees. He's the best quarterback and blah, blah. I'm like, he even had Drew Brees on the show. And I'm like, what? Tom Brady's married to a supermodel, but in reality, he's gay. He's gay as a fox, let me tell you. So, I mean, if there's a dick to be sucked, you can guarantee Tom Brady is right there. It's hilarious. I said that on a stream one time, and this Patriots dude got really pissed off. He's like, 5 Super Bowls, bro. 5 Super Bowls. And I said, and they cheated on him. And they cheated on him. He's like, how did the Patriots cheat? And I named all the ways they cheated. He goes, oh, man, the Tuck rule wasn't cheating because he didn't fumble the ball. I said, what about Spygate? Oh, they wasn't looking at the plays. I said, oh, yeah. Whoa. I said, what about the flake gate? He goes, man, anybody could have let the air out of those footballs. I said, no, Tom Brady fucking did it. So I didn't meet her, but I saw her at a when they had the practice at Tulane. And I got video footage of this where they were letting their kids run on the field, and she had a daughter in a yellow dress running on the field, and every 5 yards, boop, head first into the turf. Get up, run, boop, head down first. Another one, boop. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, Drew, your daughter keeps falling every 5 minutes. Pick her up. So, hey, I ate a bowl of oatmeal this morning. Oatmeal. I got to lower my cholesterol. So I figure, why not? Drew Brees married a hottie, I tell you that. So, I mean, she put out 4 kids and she's still looking like that. Class act lady. So, more power to her. That's what I'm saying. I'll never get to marry somebody like that or even date someone that's hot. So, when you got money, you got power. When you got power, you can get anyone you want. So, Drew Brees' wife, not Drew Brees' wife. Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, has a butter face. She's got a terrible face, but she's got a good body. I'd bang her, but I gotta put a damn bag over it. I can't look at a face. I just can't. I don't vote, period. I don't at all. No point in it. What's the use? Jury duty got me once, and it's a stupid ass story. I spent 13 hours for $11.50. Not worth my time. But I almost got a lawsuit out of it. So, my job wanted to fire me because I had to go to jury duty. And they were like, if you go to jury duty, we're firing you. And I told the judge that. And the judge said, oh, really? And the judge wrote up some kind of thing. And the judge said, if they fire you, here's my number. We'll get them. I said, all right, fucking right. Yeah, Julio Jones has 0 touchdowns. Although he's on pace for like 2,000 yards or something. Yep, 0. I have as many touchdowns as Julio. 0. No, I tried that. All right, I'll tell you my jury duty story. This happened about 15 years ago. Went to the one in Covington because you got to go to Covington Courthouse. Went out there. Sit there. They pick your name. They pick first pool, first name. They picked me first, number 1. One of them was a petty charge. And I forgot, I got out of that somehow. But when you get out of it, you have to go to the back thing. The only people that were getting out was the ladies. And they had this black girl. She brought like 18 different kids with her. And the judge is like, I don't care. You got to do jury duty. She goes, well, I can't leave all these kids around here. Judge goes, ain't my problem. The judge excused 2 people. And they had a line of about 50 people. He excused one because they were in a wheelchair. And he excused another one because they broke their leg or something. I think it was. And I went to jury duty, sat on one, and for some reason the lawyer didn't like me, so they sent me back. So I went to another one. The second one was a rape charge. So the lawyer asked me, what do you think, blah, blah, blah. I said, they should fry these bastards. I said, anybody who rapes a woman, they should hook them up to the electric chair right now and electrocute them suckers. And the lawyer goes, all right, back to the pool, son. All righty. So I went to go sit back in the courthouse, and they said, all right, go to lunch. So we took it. It was supposed to be like an hour lunch. We took 2.5 hours. I don't know. They didn't even pay for our freaking lunch. They were supposed to pay for our lunch, but they didn't. I know people all the time that don't even answer the summons and nothing happens to them. Stupid ass me should have just ignored it, but whatever, I didn't. So, Woodson don't know what the fuck. Well, Rod Woodson or Charles Woodson? Either one of them idiots don't know what they're talking about. But so anyway, this is how the judicial system is, right? So we come back from lunch. It's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was at almost 7 o'clock at night. I was there 13 hours. I got paid, I think, $11.50 plus interest. So it was like $13 for 13 hours. Okay. So technically, I really didn't sit on the jury. What happened was the case that they approved me for, it was a guy who was already in prison for life. Okay. already in prison for life. And what it was is the case is the guy was throwing feces at the guards. So this guy was getting arraigned. He's already in jail for life. So we're sitting there and they tell us go in the delivery room to deliver. So we're in there like 20 minutes. I'm basically, I told the jury foreman, I said, do what you want. I'm taking a nap. So I got my head down. After about 20 minutes, the bailman, the foreman or whoever is a cop dude comes in. He goes, all right, y'all can go home. I said, what do you mean? He goes, oh, they copped the plea bargain. Y'all can go home. Jury's done. I said, really? I told the judge, I said, so I don't have to come back tomorrow. He goes, nope, your service is done. I said, hallelujah, thank you. See you later. Out the door. On the radio it is, yeah. It should be. I can't turn it on because I'm on here, though. Yeah, flip it on 870 or go to the website. It probably is on. If I flip it on, I pull copyright. And my neighbors keep yelling. I'm going to have to beat them with a baseball bat one of these days because they don't shut the hell up. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 at night. They don't shut up. I don't think they sleep. They're zombies. No problem. The Saints pregame on the radio is always 4 hours before the kickoff. So we kick off at 3:25, but it should be on, it probably is on, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute or two because, like I said, I'm getting hungry and I'm going to go eat a sandwich or something. Gear up for the Saints game, listen to the pregame on radio. If for some reason we're losing at halftime, I'll come on for a few minutes because the 2 times we were losing at halftime, the Browns and the Ravens, I made a video and we won the game. So it's a little superstitious. But there you go. So, but I'll come back and make a video after the game. And it's hopefully going to be a W because if we lost, it may be a short video. I don't know. I don't normally tend to set out to do videos for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It just randomly happens. So if any of y'all know Saints fans that's on YouTube, tell us to sub, get them to sub. So that way we can defeat the evil empire, because we have to take care of the Falcons, all 3 of the Falcons fans. And, now it's 3:25. The Bengals game we play next week at noon. But I think the Bengals suck. I don't know. I don't think the Bengals are good, so I don't think they'll flex that game. Could be wrong, but I don't think they'll touch it. That might be the last. We play 4 more noon games, but one of them's against Carolina, so that you can rest assured that game's going to be flexed. I guarantee that game's going to be flexed to Monday night or something, or Sunday night. Then there's another game we play. I forget. I think Pittsburgh is noon. That game might be flexed, I'm pretty sure. So you're not going to see the Saints play at noon that much the rest of the year. Yeah, that's the Saints' motto. Lose against the ones they're supposed to win and win against the ones they're supposed to lose. That's always. Oh, good Lord. Wait a minute. Whoa. The Bengals have a shitty defense in us? Man, that's all right. We have a chance of winning if that's the case. Saints play at 3:25. So that's about another 4 hours and 8 minutes. 4 hours and this many minutes, I guess. I don't know. 8 minutes. I didn't speak negative. I'm never negative. I'm positive. I don't know who the hell's negative. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the time changed. Damn you, Mother Nature. Florida actually got rid of the freaking time change. They're the second state to get rid of the daylight savings time. Of course, Arizona's never had it. Politicians back in the 30s wanted to get up early and fish, so they changed everything around. So yesterday, it didn't even get sunlight until almost 7:30 out here because I went walking like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch black. This morning, it was like 5:15, 5:20, and already you could see the light coming up. I said, holy shit. So I think the sunrise was like 6:05 or something. How do I do what? I didn't do anything. See, I was going to do a YouTube video last night, but I noticed on several streams I watched, halfway through the video, they froze and then they had to redo a chat. So that's why I didn't come on last night. So I figured I'd do it now. Too much noise in the background. I hate my neighbors. They suck. They're terrible. They are terrible. So I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video because, like I said, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna listen to the pregame. Arizona decided not to vote. Arizona decided to vote against it. It goes by each state. It's a state thing. Who's watching a live stream? They who? Jesus, are you watching? But Arizona's never approved it. And actually, I think last year or the year before, Florida became the second state to overturn it. So, but it goes state by state. Nah, they don't watch my stream. They don't. I ain't said shit one word to them in 6 years. They don't fucking talk to me. Yeah, one time when I complained, YouTube took a bunch of my views away, and I said, I don't care if it's aliens. They said non-robots, robots are watching some bullshit. I don't know. It's BS. So, I don't know. I like that score, Michael. So, anyway, like I said, I'm going to go eat and listen to the pregame. If the Saints are down at halftime, I'll come back on for 10 minutes. Hopefully they're not. But after the game, I'm definitely going to be on. Probably about 5 or 10 minutes after the game. I'm going to be on my Facebook and my Twitter. My Saints Facebook page, We Are the Who Dat Nation's got 19,000 fans. Hey, you can go on there, whatever. The Twitter is at WATWDN. I post scores on there, too, and all the junk. Retweet a lot. And then We Are the Who Dat Nation on Instagram. You know, I send my pictures to the whatever. Hawaii? Nah. Hawaii's always done it. I read somewhere last year where Florida said no. Hawaii's always observed daylight savings time, to my knowledge. I don't know. Like I said, it changes every year. Arizona has never done our daylight savings time since day one. Since the 30s, they said no. They've never done it. So, hey, Malcolm. I'm getting ready to wrap up my stream, though, Malcolm. So, if y'all want after, y'all can still comment and whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I don't trust. Yahoo banned me one time years ago for some stupid shit. So, I don't even trust you. Then again, Wikipedia's a pain in the ass, too. So, they must have changed it. So, I don't know. So, I don't know. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. Because I've been talking for almost 2 hours, Malcolm. So that's what, you know what. So yeah, I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm hungry, half alive. Maybe I'll take a 2-hour nap. I don't know. But I'm going to listen to the pregame, and I'll be back on later. So y'all have fun. Going to kick the Rams' ass. And who that say going to beat them Saints? Not the goddamn Rams. So